What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy, Matthew Shack, live here in Los Angeles. Chilling on a Monday, man. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered, man. What's goody? What's going on with all y'all out there, man? First things first, man. Salute to the Unfiltered Nation. Salute to the Unfiltered fam. Salute to the Mod Squad. Salute to the goons in the chat. Run the likes up, man. Run the likes up for your boy, man. Run the likes up. Keep your likes at 50% of the audience, bro. Last but not least, tip your bartender, man. What's popping, man? Uh, Coming in a little late. I had a very close friend of mine fly into town and we went out to dinner, you know what I'm saying? And I was way on the other side. So it took time to get back over here, man. So, you know, especially with today being the passing of Malcolm Jamal Warner. We all know him as Theo from the Cosby Show. Man, passed away in a rip current um, down there in Costa Rica at age 54. It just so happened that one of my closest friends who I hadn't seen in 10 years, I hadn't seen her in 10 years, uh, flew into town. And so she wanted to meet my wife and meet my son. And she's somebody who's known me since I was, since I was real out there. So we just went and did that, man. Had dinner, beautiful dinner, and all of that. And now I got to come home and deal with you guys, man. But once again, man, salute to Malcolm Jamal Warner, man. Gone too soon, man. You can't assume that you're gonna be around, bro. Can't assume, man. You be here today, gone tomorrow. And what a nice guy too, though. Nice guy. Never heard anything other than that. Okay. But hey, salute to his wife and his daughter. Um, but yeah, man, that was one that was one of those times. I haven't felt like that since just to make it clear, I haven't felt that way since Chadwick Boseman passed away 5 years ago, man. It felt like that. Like somebody who, you liked, like, and they're not here, man. So salute to Malcolm Jamal Warner and his wife and his family and all of that, man. But we still got to move forward, bro. Okay, the show must go on. So yeah, man, I'm just here so I don't get fined, man. Run the likes up for your boy, man. Whoever comes in, comes in. Whoever don't. It is what it is. All right. But I was looking around, man. I was looking, like I said before, man. When I had a nice dinner, man, had me a bunch of drinks. So I needed to get my tail home. So we're doing a late night. I saw an article, man, from ESPN, the N, talking about, and they had a ranking. I always like these rankings to see if they're right. Ranking the 2025 NFL rosters, okay, for this upcoming season, projected starting lineups. I said, "Ooh, man, that sounds kind of good. Sounds kind of good, man. Sounds like a good subject, man, that we can talk about real quick." Okay. So we're gonna go through this real fast, man. We're gonna go through this real fast. This is one of those. Let's see if your team is as good as you think they are based on the rankings. We all know this just rankings, but still, you know what I'm saying? These people get paid to rank teams, and don't get mad if your team is at the bottom of the barrel, and don't get too happy if your team's at the top of the heap. Because at the end of the day, we still got to play the games. Let's run the likes up, you guys. Let's hit these like button, man. Just double tap the screen real quick, you guys. Let's get people in here, man. Let the algorithm know we ain't playing. Okay? So I'm gonna go in order, bro. I'm gonna go in order because going backwards is, hey, I mean, kind of cliche, man. Let's just get to it. Okay? Because you like one of the 32 teams. So either you're gonna be happy or you not. All right. So who do you think is the number one ranked NFL roster uh, based on ESPN's group of experts? Looking at it, man, after, it's saying these are the parameters. After a flurry of draft picks, free agent trades, and agent signings, the offseason is over, and all 32 NFL teams have their rosters set mostly. So, how do these rosters stack up as we get closer to the 2025 season? That's a question we're tackling. They asked a bunch of guys to rank every lineup in the league, so your team is ranked, and they combine the rankings to form the ultimate preseason roster rankings, considering factors such as talent, age, and production. Okay. So let's get to it, bro. Okay. Also, what they say, they didn't stop there. As long as projecting every starting lineup, they displayed the strongest and weakest groups for each team positions and identified the X factors and whatnot. So the number one ranked team in the NFL in regards to roster per ESPN for 2025 upcoming season. It ain't who you think. Number one, the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens got ranked higher than the Philadelphia Eagles, who absolutely shellacked the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So here's what it says right here, bro. Okay, number one, Baltimore Ravens. Biggest strength, quarterback Lamar Jackson. All pro each of the past 2 seasons, NFL MVP in two of them, and one of the best in the business. Just fell short of his consecutive two-time consecutive MVP, and he led the league in QBR. See, people be trying to talk shit about Lamar, man, acting like Lamar can't play quarterback. He just runs the football. But he led the league in QBR rating with a 77.3. Okay? He produced career high mics in passing, 4,172 yards, passed for over 4,000 yards, 41 touchdowns. Did y'all know Lamar Jackson threw 41 tugs? Did you guys know that? You know Lamar Jackson threw 41 tugs, the second most in the NFL. So for a guy, people say he can't throw the football. I mean, yeah, you're just telling on yourself. You talk shit about Lamar Jackson can't play the quarterback position, you don't know football. Okay? You don't. And there's a lot of you guys that talk a lot of shit. Dual quarterback has never finished a season lower than second in his position. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know Lamar Jackson has never finished in a season less than second in the league? Okay? In rushing yards. Okay? So they got Cooper Rush as a backup. So their biggest weakness is their guard position. Okay? I'm not going to get all into guards, but their guard position is boo-boo. Their X factor is a guy by his left tackle by the name of Rodney Stanley, and their non-starter to know is Tyler Loop because Justin Tucker has been formally removed from the team due to doing something strange for some change. So that's number one right there. Number one ranked starting lineup per ESPN. Number two, Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles, their biggest strength is their offensive tackle. I'm surprised by that. They're talking about the biggest weakness is they lost edge rusher Josh Sweat. I was trying to tell all y'all out there, man, you guys need to pick up Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat is out there. He's gone. Brian and Graham retired. Bruce Huff is gone. And a bunch of guys that were on that defense is gone. Okay, so they're talking about the guards and what they're going to be doing, the offensive guards, and that's what it is. Okay, so and the cornerback Keely Ringo, I remember him. He's the guy that they're talking about. That's somebody you need to pay attention to. All right. Number three is the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions is the third ranked team in the league. Their biggest strength is running back. They got Jahmyr Gibbs. Really good running back, man. Jahmyr Gibbs. And their running backs produced a league high, led the league in rushing with 5,900 yards rushing. Wow, bro, I did not know that. Lions led the league in rushing with 5,900 yards rushing and 57 tugs. Okay, that's 718 and 8 more touchdowns more than any other team. So the Lions led the NFL in rushing, and the second team after that was 718 yards behind them. That's how much they run the football. Dan Campbell's really out there doing his thug thizzle, bro, really making it pop. Say that their biggest weakness is their interior offensive line. They lost Ben Johnson. Now Ben Johnson's the head coach of the Bears. Squaze. Okay, talking about a lot of offensive linemen. Fourth best offense is the Buffalo Bills. Quarterback, reigning league MVP Josh Allen finished no lower than 6th in QBR. He finished 6th in QBR, and Lamar Jackson finished 1st in QBR, but they didn't want to give Lamar Jackson back-to-back MVPs. I told you Lamar won that shit. All right. His stats were down last year, his counting stats, but he still finished top 8 amongst quarterbacks in passing. 20 downs, and 12 rushing, okay, for the 5th straight year. Biggest weakness is their safety position. They lost a couple of cats on that. And then they got an X factor receivers, and they said the non-starter not to know is Elijah Moore. So we're going to keep it moving, dog, okay? 5th is the Kansas City Chiefs. Their biggest strength is quarterback. Okay. Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City's best player. That's good for everybody because he did not play like that during the Super Bowl. Okay. Two-time league MVP, has led this team to 10 plus careers, wins, career high 15 in 2025, 2024. And he's went to the AFC Championship game 7 seasons in a row. I mean, shit. Okay, he's doing what he needs to do. Biggest weakness is offensive tackle, and their X factor is Rashee Rice, who looks like he's going to be doing 30 days in the pokey for that caper what he did in Dallas, driving like a fool, and he's probably going to get suspended for at least a season, bro. Okay, so that's what's going on with that. We have at 6 the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos' biggest strength was their offensive line. Okay, their offensive line led the NFL in both pass block and running blocking, and with a win rate at 2024. So as of rankings, offensive line, the best offensive line is the Broncos' best offensive line. Okay, talk about they had 800 plus snaps. All their guys were pretty healthy. Biggest weakling is wide receiver. They got Cortland Sutton, but they don't really got much going on. And that's pretty much it, man. Talking about some other people on defense. Okay. Number 7 is the Washington Commanders. Number 7, biggest strength is off-ball linebacker. Okay. They should have picked Jalen Daniels, but they said why they didn't pick Jalen Daniels. They said, but the Bobby Wagner, Frankie Louvu duo is too good. Okay. They got Bobby Wagner, they got Wags, and they got Frankie Louvu. Okay. Baller. All right. So they're talking about that. They say safety is their biggest issue because they lost Jeremy Chin. And where did Jeremy Chin go? Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. He went to the Raiders. So they're saying that they're a little lacking at the safety position, bro. Okay. And the X factor is Brandon Lattimore, cornerback. Okay. He came over, Marshawn Lattimore, excuse me. That came over from the New Orleans Saints, if I'm not mistaken, bro. Okay. And their wide receiver, Luke McCaffrey. McCaffrey sounds pretty good, don't it? Sounds like somebody else you know, Christian McCaffrey. That's his little brother. Okay. Pretty sure that's his brother. Number 8, Los Angeles Rams. Okay, biggest strength is their wide receiver position. They're talking about Devontae Adams is in and Puka Nakua's running mate. So they're talking about Puka Nakua. 105 105 receptions, 1486 in receiving yards, and 6 tugs as a rookie. Okay, bad boy. All right. So he still missed 6 games due to injury, and they're talking about that. And then the homie Whittington Thomas, aka Whitty, on here. It has your cousin on here, bro, saying second-year receiver Jordan Whittington among those competing for the number 3. Okay, so we got one of our own. Me and Whittington Thomas will be at the Death Star and at the practice facility for training camp on August 1st and 2nd, man. But his cousin is right here. His cousin is right here in this article right here. Jordan Whittington, bro. Off the hook, bro. Off the hook, okay? Very dope. All right. Number 9 is the Cincinnati Bengals. Their strength is receiver because they got that T. Higgins, Jamar Chase duo, bro. They paid a lot of money for that. Biggest weakness is their secondary and their offensive line. Okay. Their X factor is Trey Hendrickson. Are they going to sign Trey Hendrickson or not? All right. And that's pretty much it with that. Number 10 is the San Francisco 49ers. Their biggest strength is George Kittle. Okay. He gets the nod, but he's struggled the last. He's missed a lot of games with injuries, but he finished among the top 5 tight ends in yards, touchdowns, 3rd consecutive year, blase. Okay. Biggest weakness is defensive tackle. They need something there. And then their biggest X factor is the health of Christian McCaffrey and the wide receiver, Brandon Ayuk. If you remember, Brandon Ayuk got hurt after he signed his contract, out for the rest of the year, and Christian McCaffrey got hurt. So we'll see how that all goes. All right. So we will soon see how that goes. All right. Number 11 is the Minnesota Vikings. Their biggest strength is their defensive front. Their biggest weakness is cornerback, and quarterback, because J.J. McCarthy has yet to take a regular season snap, and they lost old boy, man, who was a quarterback last year, man, who went to Seattle, man. Okay. Man, what's his name, dog? Can't think of his name at this point. Okay. God, man, I've been having a bunch of old fashions, bro. What's that boy's name, man? Went to SC, man. It'll come to me. Okay. And that's what they're saying. They're saying they got Shaquille Griffin over there. Um, and Rondale Moore is their sleeper guy. Number 12 is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their biggest strength is wide receiver. You know, they got Mike Evans, future Hall of Famer. You know, you got Chris Evans, also as well. Chris Evans, excuse me. What's his name? Scrolling. Lost my place for a second, man. Where is it at? Here's it coming right here. Um, yeah, Chris Godwin. Okay, Evans 1,000 yards, 11 seasons in a row, man. Tied Jerry Rice's record. And they're talking about their biggest weakness is the edge rusher position. They don't have a good. They don't have a good edge rusher. Okay. Hanson Riddick. Hanson Riddick is a guy who they picked up. Hanson Riddick is a good player, man, as a young guy. And they're talking about, they didn't mention much else after that. Number 13, Houston Texans. Their biggest strength is their edge rusher, Danielle Hunter. Okay, Danielle Hunter balling out of control. Okay, Acta had 12 sacks. Okay, so that's a guy who came over. He came over, man, and free agency, and he's living up to it. All right, they're talking about their defense. Danico Autry, Derek Bennett, Daryl Taylor. Their biggest weakness is their interior defensive line. Their X factor is wide receiver Jaden Higgins. Tank Dell had that serious knee injury, so they're still waiting to see what happens with that. And I guess we'll see what's going on with that. Number 14 is the Green Bay Packers. Their biggest strength is their safety position. Xavier McKinney, good football player, bro. Biggest weakness is their cornerback. They lost Jair Alexander and Eric Stokes. Eric Stokes went to the Raiders. So and were placed by Nate Hobbs, former Raider, who's kind of undersized. And they're gonna have Michael Robinson. So they got Keyshawn Nixon, another dude. So we will find out what's going on with these guys. Okay, we will find out. All right. Number 15 is the Chicago Bears. Their biggest strength is their offensive line. Biggest weakness is running back. That's why they were trying hard to get Ashton Genty, and it didn't happen. Okay, they got DeAndre Swift. He was busy in his first season, but didn't do quite what they wanted him to do. He only averaged a career low 3.7 yards a carry. That ain't enough to get it done. X factor is Caleb Williams. How's your starting quarterback the X factor? Because he has to play a lot better, man, for them to do anything. All right, that's what's going on with that. Number 16 is the Chargers. Chargers, strength is offensive tackle. They don't really have it going on. Talking about Joe Alt, and their biggest weakness is their interior defensive line. All right. Now we see a lot over here. They got Andre James, free agent addition from the Raiders. James is a fascinating player. He presents us a disconnect in metrics scouting. So they're giving him a really good rating, Andre James. But when he was with the Raiders, they didn't give him so much of a good rating. All right. 17, Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals. Their strength is their interior defensive line. Okay. Biggest weakness is off-ball linebacker. All right. They did get Josh Sweat. So that's the X factor for them. And that's pretty much it. Number 18, the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, their biggest strength is wide receiver. Hey, I'm sorry, Dallas Cowboy fans. It isn't Dak Prescott. It isn't Dakota. It says CeeDee Lamb. Like I always told you, CeeDee Lamb is a bad boy. Okay, CeeDee Lamb is him. All right. Still manages straight 100-yard catch seasons despite missing 2 games. Okay, and with being without Dak Prescott most of the year. They got new running back George Pickens. Failed to reach his ceiling, overcoming shaky quarterback play. George Pickens from the Steelers. They got him. Biggest weakness is running back. They running game ain't popping. Okay, they lost Rico Dowdle and Javonte Williams. Okay, so they're going to be trying to figure this shit out. All right, and they're talking about the X factor is the right offensive line. All right. Let's keep it moving. Number 19 is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers, their biggest strength is the highest paid non-NFL quarterback in the league by the name of TJ Watt. Has been an all-pro each of his 5 years, healthy seasons, had an all-time, has an NFL high 108 sacks since entering the league in 2017. Only him and Myles Garrett have more than 83.0. Okay? And so they're talking about that. Biggest weakness is their offensive tackle. Secondary it could be the X factor because they got Jalen Ramsey now, and see if he has anything left in the tank. All right, so they're talking about that. Number 20 is the Seahawks. Biggest strength is their offensive line. Is their offensive line with Leonard Williams? That's what they're saying. Their weakness is the offensive line. And the X factor is Cooper Kupp. If you didn't recognize, Cooper Kupp left the Rams and went to the Seahawks. So we will see what happens, okay? We'll see how it goes down. Sam Darnold, that's the person's name I was thinking of. So Sam Darnold's going to be there spinning it, all right? And they also got DeMarcus Lawrence from the Dallas Cowboys. So we'll see how that works out. Number 21 is the New England Patriots. If your team has not been red left, that means that you are on the bottom rung of what they think, okay? Biggest strength, secondary. Talking about the people on secondary, talking about Jabril Peppers, and the biggest problem is a weakness is wide receiver, but questions remain with Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs has been busy with Cardi B, so how focused is he? And they're talking about all of that. Mac Hollins, who's a former Raider who I like, they say he's serviceable, but there's a bunch of other guys that are trying out for that position, okay? And that's what they're talking about. Drake May is the X factor, okay? Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, dog. Number 22 is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars, their biggest strength is their edge rusher, Josh Hines-Allen, one of the league's top pass rushers, Travon Walker, and a bunch of other dudes, okay? Biggest weakness is the offensive line. They're talking about that. X factor is Travis Hunter, all right? Best case scenario, Hunter's almost a full-time two-way player who performs on both sides of the ball right away, okay? In this world, Jaguars have a formidable two-way punch at receiver, and that's what they're talking about, okay? So they mentioned he's the X factor, okay? Number 23, the Las Vegas Raiders, okay? Las Vegas Raiders, biggest strength, defensive line, okay? New year, same strength. That's the biggest strength, excuse me. Biggest strength is the defensive line, okay? That's what they're saying. They're saying our defensive line is the strongest thing we got. Okay, Raiders already have Max Crosby, 7 in the league with 34 and a half sacks amongst edge rushers and 223 tackles over the last 3 years. Let's get back to one of the league's pass rushers, Christian Wilkins. Hopefully that happens. You got Malcolm Kuntz. Talk about Malcolm Kuntz, and they also said that they're hoping that Tyree Wilson. We'll get more out of him. He's in his third year, man. If he doesn't get it done, he's a bust. There's nothing else you guys can do. You guys have tried to protect him a lot. And Adam Butler. Biggest weakness is our secondary. Try to tell you guys. Lost Trayvon Merrick, lost Jack Jones and Nate Hobbs. Okay. Hobbs ranked first, third, and 10th respectively among Raider defenders and snaps played. So we lost in the secondary. We lost the number one guy that played the most snaps in Trayvon Merrick, the second most in Jack Jones, and the third most in Nate Hobbs. Okay, they're all gone. None will return. Eric Stokes, who didn't work out in Green Bay, will be the team's top corner. Jacorian Bennett, DeCameron Richardson, Darnay Holmes, Darian Porter, and Jeremy Chin and Isaiah Powell. Okay, so they said the X factor is Jackson Powers Johnson, JPJ, all right, and Geno Smith and Ashton Genty, along with Chip Kelly, all right. So then they say Tommy Mellott, pay attention to him. All right. Number 24, Miami Dolphins. Okay. Their biggest strength is their wide receiving core because they have Jalen Waddle and they have Tyreek Hill. Bad boys, bro. Okay. Their biggest weakness is their secondary. Okay. So we'll see what happens with all of that. See what they do. Not looking very formidable at this point, but it is what it is. All right. Number 25 is the Indianapolis Colts. Their biggest strength is in their interior defensive line. DeForest Buckner, bad boy. DeForest Buckner's been balling. Biggest weakness is their quarterback. They're saying Anthony Richardson has yet to emerge as an NFL starter because of injuries and ineffectiveness. I don't agree with that. I think they just need to commit with him and let him play. It's effective with his legs, but his erratic passing led to a horrific 48% completion ratio. So he's the weakest link. X factors, Tre'Davious Ward and Cameron Bynum. These guys can play. They're solid players. Okay, so we got that going on. All right, at number 26, you have the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons, their biggest strength is Bijan Robinson, running back. Okay, bad boy. All right, okay, 15 tugs, 6 in last year. Okay, biggest weakness is their cornerback. Cornerback position is Boo Boo. All right, X factor is Michael Penix. All right, so we'll see what happens with that. Number 27 is the New York Giants. Number 27, the New York Giants, and that New York Giants, man, the biggest strength is their deficient front. You know they lost Saquon Barkley. You know they lost Daniel Jones. They lost a lot, man. Okay, don't have a whole lot. They did pick up Abdul Carter, but hey, it's not going to help them out much. Okay, biggest weakness is the offensive line. I mean, didn't they just say that? Oh, defensive front and offensive line. Okay, they can try to shore that up. They'll be in a lot better place. And non-starter to know is Cordell Flott. Okay, all right, number 28. All right, we're going down. We're almost there, bro. Number 28, Tennessee Titans. Biggest strength is their interior defensive line, with Jeffrey Simmons being one of the league's best. So, you know, you're talking about in between the tackles and you know, trying to close up them holes. And biggest weakness is their front seven. Okay. So they got Jarvis Landry the third. I mean, Harold Landry the third, as a second most amongst Titans that have been having sacks. Okay. So as far as the offensive line X factor is Cameron Ward. Talking about Cameron Ward and seeing what he can do. Okay. Number 28, New York Jets. New York Jets' biggest strength is their cornerback because they have Sauce Gardner. We all know Sauce Gardner's, without question, he's probably the best cornerback in the NFL right now. Okay. Very bad boy. They got Brandon Stevens, and their quarterback situation is horrid because Aaron Rodgers got replaced with Justin Fields. So now we're going to see what Justin Fields can do. Okay. We're going to see. All right. So, number 30, excuse me. Number 30 was the Carolina Panthers. Okay. Carolina Panthers with 30th. Their biggest strength is their wide receivers, Tetriocha McMillan, and a bunch of these other dudes on there. Adam Thielen. And man, Adam Thielen used to be real good when he was with the Vikings. And then their biggest weakness is their safety position. Okay. What else they got going on? All right. 31, Cleveland Browns. Biggest strength is edge rusher. Of course, Myles Garrett. Okay. Not a problem. All right. Biggest weakness, quarterback. All right. Quarterback. I mean, this may be a good place for some of these other guys to go. So they say that Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders. Not looking good. Okay. And last but not least, the worst team starters that have a roster this year are the New Orleans Saints, bro, at 32. All right. Their biggest strength is edge rusher, Carl Granderson. And let me see if else on here. That's pretty much it, man. That's the whole list, dog. So tell me, put a 1 in the chat if you're happy with your team and where they were ranked, and put a 2 in the chat if you're not happy where they rank. As far as I'm concerned, I thought 23 was pretty high for the Raiders, to be totally honest. Okay, based on what I saw last year, I mean, I think that 23 is maybe a little bit generous. I think we're a little bit behind that as far as the roster is concerned. That doesn't mean that I don't believe in the roster. I'm just saying that offensive line has a lot to do. When I'm looking at all these rankings right here, man, see that ESP and the N, the offensive, man, the teams that were offensive lines, bro, and that was their biggest strength. So I just have a problem with that, dog. Just have a problem with that, okay? Straight up. So let me read you guys' questions, man. If you guys have any specific things you want to say about the rankings and your team, I know mine's is ranked 23, and I know that the Eagles were ranked number 2 and they're not ranked number 1. So obviously, man, people are still thinking that there's other teams better than other teams. Okay, so let's see what's going on, man. See what you guys are talking about, man. Appreciate you guys. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Like I said before, I had one of my great friends. I have not seen her in 10 years, bro, and she's like, I'm in town. Can you guys come and see? Because she hadn't met my family, so had to go do that, bro. And that was way on the other side, guys. So, you know, I definitely still came in like I'm supposed to. All right, I'm gonna do my job. You do yours, man. Like the videos, man. Run the likes up, man. Double tap the screen. Come in on the videos, bro, and ask me some questions, and I'll answer them, dog. We got to get everything popping, bro. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, okay? Egalitarian, what's going on? EG in the building. Jay Marion, salute to the nation. Okay, man, what's going on? Unfiltered Nation, Unfiltered Fam. You already know what it is, not what it ain't. Fupa man. What's good, man? It's been a minute, dog. Season just around the corner. Yeah, man. It's gonna be beautiful, dog. I mean, I know we get that first Hall of Fame game. That always it always hypes me up, and then once they pull like with the first possession and they don't play nobody, it just starts becoming like, damn, it's football. So you just start talking through everything. But we might cover it. We did it last year, but I don't know. Bishop, what's going on, my dog? What's happening? Okay, man. Salute, yeah, man. Dan, man. Salute to Michael Jamal Warner, man. I mean that's bad there, dog. That situation, man, that hurt, bro. It's like, man, it's like all these people. I never not say nothing, dog, because I really want to say. But man, just salute to him and his family, man. Class act guy, a great actor, and also a great musician, man. Bomb ass bass player. Could play the hell out of the bass, bro. Great bass player, bro. Okay, multi-talented. All right, man. Stay him up, man. Yeah, Malcolm really made us feel like family, Dan. Straight up, Dan, the breaking news, man. Hey, man, if you like what we're doing over here, sub the channel, you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Good game every day. Okay, you know what I'm Daniel Berry Sports. You already know. Okay, Bishop said the Raiders are coming. Hey, Bishop, man, you need to go ahead, man, and do some Hail Marys, bro, and get some prayers going so we can do what we need to do. You know, you got that straight, direct line to the upstairs, bro. We need all the help we can get. Okay, what's going on, Sarah? What's happening? Salute. What's going on? Hog Dog in the house. What's popping? Justin Sizzle. What's goody? Yo, dog. I'm chilling. I'm just here so I don't get fined, bro. Okay. Lamar Jackson should have won MVP over Josh Allen. That's absolutely facts. But I told you guys, man, it was the same thing that happened in '93, man, when Charles Barkley won the MVP over Jordan. It's the same shit. Okay. Jordan had won back-to-back MVPs, and Jordan could have won MVP. I wouldn't say he could have won MVP. There's a lot of people out there that make up shit and say Jordan should have been MVP every year he played. But no, he those first 7 years he took him a while to mix and match. But when he lost to Barkley, it was a fatigue. He lost due to fatigue. Like, man, we can't just keep giving it to him. We got to give somebody else a shot. And I think Lamar, he had won. He's going to win back-to-back, bro. And they're like, man, let's just go ahead and give it to Josh Allen. And what did Josh Allen do? He didn't play nothing like an MVP in the playoffs. Okay? Straight up. All right, man. Justin Saw, let's get these likes up. Ike Boy, what's going on? Ike Boy said, feel like week 2 are going to be reminiscent of when we opened the season against each other Monday Night Football in '06. Yeah, man, it's going to definitely be a grudge match, bro. It's going to be a grudge match. Dog eat dog. You know what I'm saying? Two titans of coaches going head to head. And we're going to see what, may the best team win, dog. May the best team win. We're going to find out, dog. We definitely going to do that. You already know. Sarah said, man, I just read the list of Ravens. No. Yeah, man, the list is right there on ESPN. Very easy, man. Like I said, man, we don't do the capping around here. We save that for the other channels to do all that shit. Okay, Justin Saab was just listening to Raider Nation Radio this morning. Someone's asked us 23 as rated roster. Well, ESPN has you rated at 23. I just read it. Okay. All right, man. It was good. It was good. It's good. It was popping. Kurt Miller. Sounds like Sam Darnold's about to explode for a record season. I think he's going to have a good year, man, but he doesn't have a running game, so he's going to also be, running for his life. He's going to be throwing the shit out of football. Okay. Because their offensive line is okay. I mean, not even okay. It's just kind of on the low end, but they don't have a running game. They don't have nobody to run the rock. All right, man, straight up. Justin Saw said, I don't think Denver's going to have a better record than us, better roster than us. Oh, you mean they were voted number 6, bro. I mean, we voted 23. Do the math. Okay, Kurt Miller, the offensive line should be best in the business by this year. We will soon see. They gave that to the Bengals. To the Broncos. They gave the best offense to them. Offensive line, excuse me. Okay. Jalen Milroe showing signs of being better than Jackson. I don't believe that at all. Man. How are you going to compare somebody who has not taken an NFL snap to somebody who has multiple league MVPs, bro? I don't get that logic, bro. I don't get it at all. I don't understand that one. Okay. All right, man. Okay. He said, but keeping the ego in check. We're going to see, hey, man. Going 10-10 don't mean shit when you don't win in the end. All right, man. Sarah said, I saw my Steelers listed. Hopefully we'll have a better season. Okay, you already know. You said Bang Bang Niner Gang. Should not Bang Bang Niner Gang was they top 10? I think they were 10th. I think the Niners offense was ranked 10th if I ain't mistaken. I think it was, bro. Let me double check real quick. Let me see SF. Bam, let's jump right to it. SF, they were 10. Number 10. Right there, See if y'all can see it right there. Boom. Okay, 10. All right. So we'll see if you guys can live up to it. All right, man. Okay. All right, man. Okay, see here. Hey man. Okay. Like I said, man. Like I said, you got to be careful around here, dog. You can easily be out of here. Okay? Like you kind of popping it a little too hard. All right? Gotta watch your lips around here, man. You don't get to walk over. You know what, man? I'm gonna put you on timeout just to teach you a lesson, dog. Like I said, people come over here, man. They get beside themselves, bro. You can come back tomorrow, dog. Let me put you on timeout, dog. Kurt Miller. Okay, like I said, man, these guys they come over here, dog, and they get too ahead of themselves, bro. They get ahead of themselves. They start thinking that it's about them, and it ain't. He can watch, but he can't comment. Like I said, man. We got to put people in their place, man. You don't get to come over here and act like you running shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it misconstrued. Ain't that right, Justin Saw? They learn the hard way. Wait till football season comes, dog. Like I said, man, I read all the comments. I'm like, wait a minute, this guy's kind of running his lips a little bit too much, saying shit I don't like. So we're gonna put you on timeout, homie. Okay? Like I said, you come back tomorrow, man. Fix your attitude. If not, you won't be here. That goes for everybody. Y'all know the rules. Okay? Don't come over here, man, acting like you at your mama house. This ain't your mama house. Okay? All right, man. Rob Lockhart said Andre James is second on the DOTS. Depth start. Yeah, man, but they giving him props. They didn't give him all that props when he was with us. They didn't say, all of a sudden people just get better when they leave. Nah, you don't get better. You the same player. Okay? Ike Boy isn't impressed. Ike Boy's not impressed with Andre James at all, bro. He's not impressed. Okay? Ike Boy will tell you better than I could tell you. He ain't impressed by his ass. Not even a little bit. Ain't that right, Ike Boy? Okay? All right, man. Like I said, man, these people come over here, man, start popping it, acting like they all this and that. Like, man, come on, dog. We are it. Okay? Straight up, dog. All right, man. Okay. All right, man. It's gonna do what we do best, homie. All right, man. Tyree in his third year. We need to see something from him. Hey, man, that's you guys' dude. I didn't have to wait that long for Jalen Carter. Okay, let's keep it a buck. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Jeff Williams, what's going on? It all comes down to Gino. Okay, we'll see. Man, I got rid of him, dog. You don't come over here running your lips, man, like that, dog. Have some respect. Have some respect for yourself, because if you don't have no respect for yourself, we're going to disrespect the shit out of you. Okay? All right, you already know that, dog. They're going to learn, dog. They come over here, some of these people, man, they used to saying whatever they want to say at work and at home and all that. Then they walk into a real person's house, and then they find out, dog, you can't just walk around here saying whatever. All right? Bishop said our offensive line improvement is being far ignored. That's why I didn't list it. Okay? Said the Jets will always be doo-doo. All right, I feel you. Okay, man, go ahead, man. Isaiah Bate with the 199 dono. That's how you take care of your boy, man. I do appreciate it. All right, Sarah K. Scott, it's going to be a rebuilding season for my Steelers. Well, man, I'm surprised they didn't say anything about, let me turn this off, man. Okay, I'll turn this other phone off. I'm surprised they didn't say anything about your boy A-Rod, discount double check. They didn't mention discount double check, man. I haven't heard much. Okay, I heard he's married, but he don't want nobody to know who his wife is. His wife might be Big Shirley. Let's just keep it a buck. Okay, because he don't want nobody to know who she is. All right, straight up. ESPN's a bunch of haters. I seen Adam Schefter say his staff that we were taking on a Vision AFC West. Wait a minute, Raiders are way different than Pete Carroll's coaching. Well, man, you got to understand, man. We never get any love from these places. There's very few people. You can count on one hand on ESPN or somebody who works at ESPN. ESPN. Bishop, I know you know this. ESPN has been around since 1979, bro. Okay? 46 years ago this month is when they debuted. All right? 46 years, they ain't never gave no Raiders no props. The only people that ever gave the Raiders props was Chris Berman, Boomer, the Raiders. But who was he sitting next to? Hating ass Tom Jackson, bro. Hating ass Tom Jackson, the man who we prevented him from ever winning a Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos. Him, you got Riddick, okay, Louis Riddick. Who else on there? When Charles Woodson was on it, he ain't on there now. So who else is on there that like the Raiders? Keyshawn Johnson's a Raider Nation fan, but he's not on there no more. Who else is on there? Getting very short, do it. Ain't not many Raider fans, but a whole lot of Raider haters, bro. So let's just keep it a buck, man. But the biggest Raider hater just got his pockets ran through by a teeny bopper, and that would be your boy Uncle Shay Shay, who just got 15 million taken out of his account by a girl who just retired from OnlyFans on Saturday. You can't make it up, bro. All right, straight up. Okay. All right, man. Rip Malcolm, man. Man, that was a rough one, bro. Okay. All right, Jack's Dallas Tattlers ranked higher than us. We got better weapons than most teams. Yeah, man, but our offensive line, that's what they say our biggest weakness is. So it's graded on a scale. It's not just best players versus best players. It's best players versus, it's your best versus your weak, which will what? Water it down. If you got two things and one ain't evenly yoked, Bishop, to use some of your terminology, you ain't evenly yoked, you ain't strong. You ain't got a strong foundation. And that's what they're saying. They're saying, yeah, we got some weapons, but offensively, our offensive line and our secondary is very questionable. We lost a lot of pieces. And to be honest with you, like I said, I thought we were ranked a little bit higher than I would have thought. 23 is kind of high, based on what I know, based on what I think. Yeah, there's a lot of teams ranked higher than us, but they probably won't beat us because of our offense. But hey, man, when we start playing better teams that have offense too, when they could score too, what are we going to do? Are we going to be able to stop? Can we stop a nosebleed? I don't know. I don't know if we are or not. Somebody going to have to step up. Okay. Black Raider, JT the Brick described Jack Brescia as Hunter Renfrow on steroids. We shall see. Hey, man, that's a big thing to say. Hunter Renfrow had over 100 catches and 1,100 yards receiving. So, hey, man, we'll find out. And ran the China route better than anybody ever did it. I mean, I'm hoping he's right. JT the Brick is somebody who definitely deserves his respect because he's earned it. And I've met Brick before. I met Brick before back in the days, man. My DJ used to be boys with him, and he used to come through the club. JT, man, JT was real cool when I was back in the day promoting clubs and shit. So JT's always been cool, bro. Real cool cat, without question. All right, man. That's what it is. 49 says Niners at 10. I ain't mad at it. Like I said, Niners at 10, dog. That was pretty impressive. The Niners being at 10 based on where they were where they were last year, very impressive, bro. Like I said, George Kittle, their number one strength. You guys' strength, even though he's had injuries 3 consecutive years in a row, he finished in yards and touchdowns for the third consecutive season. That's pretty impressive. Okay. Your biggest weakness, defensive tackle. Okay. Talking about you guys, you lost Malik Collins. You lost Javon Hargrave. And now you're trying to throw some other dudes in there and Christian McCaffrey's help. But 10, bro, that's pretty good. Okay. That's pretty good, dog. Okay. Never get it misconstrued. Okay. All right. Ike Boy said Andre James was having to come in and fight a backup center job and eat a sandwich. Hey, man, like I said before, ain't mad at us, man. We ain't got to pay him, dog. I mean, he's out the dope. Okay, salute to him. All right, Wendy Thomas says they trolls get they clicked in the ass. Like I said, man, you guys want to be seen, man. You want to walk around in a Speedo, man, with the pubes hanging out the sides, man. We're not interested, dog. No matter how many times you walk by, we're not looking at you, dog. I don't care if you bend over, man, and act like you're picking up a sand pebble. We're not looking at you, dog. We're not interested in your shenanigans, bro. Okay, so that's what happens, man. You come over here, man. You pop it a little too hard, bro. You pop your G-string a little bit too hard, man, to get $1 to put in it. Then you find out real quick, man. Are you going to be getting the stretch marks, bro? You're going to get your ass kicked up out of here. Okay, we're not playing. All right, yeah. Wendy Thomas, it's been a long day, dog. Yeah, man. I'm tired too. I'm tired, bro. I just drove from the other side of the valley all the way back over to the west side and had me a couple of drinks and had me some bomb ass food. And hung out with a friend that I have not seen in 10 years, and I needed to spend time with her, dog, because that's one of my closest friends. And so I'm on the midnight oil myself. But hey, man, I got to fight through it, man. Once I get off with you guys, the bid is right there. All right, man. Jay Marion, man. Fax Berman showed love to the Raiders. Hey, man, he loved us, man. I mean, we used to have a bunch of more Raider fans but now, man, you got all them Raider haters in there, dog. And you know what, man? The best thing we can do for them is to give them something to hate. Okay. I mean, it is what it is, man. We can't keep getting mad that the people ain't giving us no respect. Sometimes you got to take your respect, okay? If you're not getting any respect at the job, you got to take your respect by saying, hey, man, I got me a better job. I'm a manager over at blah, blah, blah. Hey, man, F y'all, dog. I'm out of here. Okay. Oh man, we were getting ready to do this for you. No, you weren't. I'm not even worried about what y'all was finna do. I'm a manager. I got all the shit I want, bro. Okay. And I'm out of here. Sometimes you got to walk away, bro. Okay. You got to walk away. D. Bernie was going on. Said, I'm just happy Geno Smith is back in the offense and he thrives in college. He's going to win an award this season. I don't know which one. Well, man, let's think about the ones he could win. He could win. He could win uh, MVP. He could win comeback player of the year. He could win offensive player of the year. Okay. He could win, AFC championship player MVP, and he could win Super Bowl MVP, or he can win All Pro on our team. I think Geno Smith will make All Pro. I think he'll do that. I don't. Everything else, I guess we will find that out. Find that out soon enough. Okay. So yeah, let me go ahead and do this. Okay. All right. So we'll see, man. All right, man. What's popping? What's going on? All right, what's going on, man? Chewy in the building. What's happening? Bishop said so true. Chewy said coach and great coordinators is the main piece. They did mention that. They did mention our offensive line. Let's go to 23. Real quick, man. Let me go ahead and read this for you guys. They did say, what number are we at? 20, 21, 22, 23. They did mention it. They did mention Pete Carroll and they said Pete Carroll and Ashton Genty and offensive coordinator Chip Kelly work some magic. There we are right there, man. I'm trying to see if you guys can try my best to see if y'all can see it. Yeah, it's Raiders right there. Hold on, let me scroll up. Scroll up. There you go. Las Vegas Raiders right there. Okay. So that's where we're at. All right. Okay. Defense, Winston Thomas has some serious holes in secondary. They broke that shit down, big dog. They told us straight up. Biggest weaknesses of secondary: Trayvon Merrick, Jack Jones, Nate Hobbs ranked first, third, and 10th respectively amongst Raider defenders in snaps in 2024. None will return in 2025. And they didn't even say nothing about Robert Spillane because our linebacking core is obviously better. Eric Stokes, who didn't work out in Green Bay, could be their team's top scorer. Jacorian Bennett, Cameron Richardson, Darnay Holmes, and third rounder Darian Porter are competing for starting jobs at safety. Solid journeyman Jeremy Chin was bought in to replace Merrick, along with Isaiah Palmau, who graded 37th at PFF amongst 41 safeties with 900 plus snaps in 2024. There you go, bro. I mean, verbatim. Okay. Ike boy, y'all kept my team ringless too in 1980. I think we could have beat the Eagles. I'm sure you guys tell me all about the AFC Championship game. Yeah, man. That's what I remember that game, big dog. I remember y'all had Air Coryell, bro. Y'all had Air Coryell. Y'all had Dan Fouts. Y'all had Don Coryell. Y'all had John Jefferson. Y'all had Charlie Joyner. Y'all had Chuck Muncie. Y'all was a problem. Y'all was a problem, dog. I was watching. Dog. Trust me. You see, I ain't need no pen or paper. All of those players are in my memory because they were a problem. Chuck Muncie, number 46. The only thing that stopped Chuck Muncie was some snow, dog, and not the snow on the ground. And that's it, man. Salute to Chuck Muncie, man. He was a great running back. But hey, man, that's what happens, man, when you get caught up. Okay. And supposedly, man, he used to, Kris Jenner, Kylie Jenner, and Kim Kardashian's mom used to be one of his girls that he used to be doing his stuff thizzle with, man. Allegedly. That's what something I heard, just to let you know. Okay. He was on them Kardashians before there was Kardashians. Okay. Yes, sir. It's not good. The shirt is the shit. Yeah, man. You already know right here, man. Stacking checks, bro. And that's money and swooshes. Just let it be known, bro. Okay. Found the map of the bay. I sent it to you. Oh, okay. Yeah, send it to me, man. I'll check it out. Okay. Ashton Genty doing the backflip was dope. Yeah, man. Bad boy. Okay, we're going to find out. Hey, Shaq, you see Baron Davis going to be a Raiders TV host? Yeah, I did. Yep. Told you, man. There's a lot of people, man, who y'all don't even know they Raider fans, bro. Okay? I don't know if he wants to be called B. Diddy anymore. Okay, I don't think Baron Davis wants that nickname. That was his nickname when he was with Golden State, was B Diddy. I don't think he wants to be known as B Diddy no more. So I'm gonna call him Baron Davis, man. B Davis. But B Diddy, I don't think he wants that nickname anymore, bro. Okay, man. Hey, just like Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard's Oakland is Raider Nation. Okay, he's town business. He from Oakland. I mean, let's keep it a buck, man. There's a whole lot of basketball players that love the Raiders. A whole bunch of them. But that is gonna be dope. I like that. Okay. Plus, he was in Oakland, right across the hall from them when he was with the Warriors with them as well. So that's always something else to look at as well, dog. Keep that gangster. Okay. Yeah, man. This thing keeps popping up, man. Let me go ahead and just cut him off altogether, dog. Let's get him out of here. All right. All right. Let's keep going, man. All right, man. Justin Saw in the building. Ghetto Boy Raiders, man. What's up with Christian Wilkins with the Crocs dancing? I don't know, dude. I mean, it's funny how these guys can do things like that, but they can't play football. I don't know, dog. I don't want to cast any aspersions on it, but man, it's not a good look, man, to us fans who we don't know, the injury and how it affects. Maybe it's only lateral movement, maybe it's this and that, but to see somebody dancing around, dog, and you injured and you can't play, man, it's kind of frustrating to watch. Keep it a gangster, dog. Okay, the rankings of the Steelers, I think the Steelers were ranked 14th or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I just cut my other phone off, man, because it keeps opening up. Okay, all right, man. Why y'all give up on Jack Jones? Jack Jones gave up on himself, man. Business decisions, bro. He stopped doing what he needed to do. Okay, man. You can't have a guy out there, man, who's on his last year of his contract, who only had a 1 year deal, going out there, man, alligator arm and tackles, and not out there doing what he needed to do. He played himself out. He knows he did. He even admitted it. He said, "Man, damn, I got it now." So, man, we can't be sticking around. I mean, I like the kid. The kid got talent, but wasted talent is the biggest resource in the world is wasted talent. Like, man came over here, man, and started, thinking that he didn't have to do what he did to get him there in the first place. Okay. So Pete's like, "Hey, man, you're not going to have it. You can't." Pete is all about effort. He always talks about competition and effort and all of that. And he didn't display any, man, so he didn't impress him, so he's out the door. I mean, I ain't mad at it, dog. Okay, I like the kid, but hey, man, you get a chance of a lifetime and you blew it. Okay, this is what it is. Okay, when Thomas, man, we need to stop in the A and B gaps. Yeah, man, our D line is porous, bro. All right, man. Yeah, we need to be big defensive tackle. Yeah, if you're making business decisions, man, and I mean, it didn't look good for the man that put you in and put his job on the line. You disappointed him by him having to bench you because you were out there not doing what you needed to do. He was taking plays off out there bullshitting, dog. Okay, getting toasted. Okay, plus he didn't play well, man. He was getting toasted. I remember when Cortland Sutton, for the Bengals excuse me, not the Bengals, from the Broncos when we played them at home, man. That first game, man, Cortland Sutton cooked Jack Jones for 2 tugs, 1-on-1. Wasn't even close. Just toasted his ass. Like, man, not the same guy. All right, that's what it is. Okay. Best quarterback, y'all should have kept him for 1 more year. Nah, man, Pete don't see it. Pete don't see it. Okay. Our division's the hardest in the league. I agree. Well, yeah. Well, you know what? NFC East is starting to come up, man, outside of the Cowboys. Unless the Cowboys can get their shit together. But now with the Eagles and the Commanders, they got a strong-ass division, too. Okay? Strong-ass division. Okay? Baron Davis is a real one. Yes, sir. Okay? Straight up. Talking about the Dodgers, man. Fired him over the chicken palm and fired him. That's right, man. Sure did. Got his ass up out of here. Lifted his ass up. Threw his ass in the bushes, bro. Threw his ass in the bushes. Like you always say, like Keith Kloss. Like you always say, D Birdie. You always talk about Keith Kloss, bro. Okay, man. All right. I think I'm friends with him on the book, man. All right, man. All right, man. Salute to Keith Kloss, bro. Okay. So that's what's going on, you guys, man. Definitely want to come in, give you guys a little love. It is late, but hey, man, just because it's late, man, don't mean we ain't gonna come here and do damage, bro. We gotta do what we gotta do. We ain't go to bed without handling business, bro. Okay, that's what it is, dog. When you close your eyes at night, know that you did what you needed to do. So tomorrow that bag will be secured, bro. Can't be lazy, man, in life, man, and you can't want to come over to other people's shit, popping it, not understanding that you will get dealt with. All right, man. Straight up, man. Okay. All right, man. Yeah, man. Jack Jones balled his ass off the first year, second year. What did he do? Jack Jones didn't get his first interception until like week 10, bro. I mean, he did it to himself. He did it to himself, man. Hey, man, yesterday's price ain't today's price, man. Can't just keep people around for what they used to do. Okay? Simple as that. All right, D. Bernie said keep on winning. Wyndon Thomas, man, I'll be laughing if Mahomes sits out a game too and let Booger Mitchell has to step up. Oh, man, that'll be a dream. That'll be a dream come true, bro, to see him out there having to play. Okay? I don't wish injuries on players, but hey, man, if you're out there, you're out there, dog. Once he's out there and he's quarterbacking, dog, I'm definitely gonna be looking forward to seeing what he do, dog. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. Ike Boy said, hoping Gentry plays like Justin Fargas every time he played in the 80s. Hey, man, Justin Fargas was a good running back, man. He just got injured, bro. He didn't have no offensive line. Huggy Bear's son, Justin Fargas was a good running back, man, at times, bro. He almost had, I think he had a 1,000-yard season, if I'm not mistaken. So don't be trying to hate on Huggy Bear's son, dog. Justin Fargas did have a 1,000-yard season, if I'm not mistaken. He either had close to it or he had one. Okay, straight up. Bishop said, man, told him to get on, let's get to stepping. Hey, man, you got to get to stepping if you ain't going to do what you're supposed to do. Okay, D. Bernie, Pete Carroll, Patrick Graham going to have the Raiders defense acting like the Devil's rejects on the field. All right, man, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I really are, man. I know Pete, like I said before, man, everybody act like Pete don't know what he's doing. Shit, Pete created one of the greatest defenses in the National Football League history, without question, with the dopest name, the Legion of Boom. Ain't no defensive name better than that. That name right there, dog, that could be on a t-shirt. That should have been trademarked. Man, don't let me be the person that was on that damn defense. I would have had that shit trademarked. I would have had that shit on shirts, mugs, everything, bro. I would have had a script written. But hey, man, it is what it is. Somebody owns it. Okay. All right. Yeah. So hopefully we'll sign Justin Simmons. Yeah, man. It's a bunch of guys that are still running around here free and clear, and we'll get our opportunities to say something to them and see what it is, not what it ain't, man. All right, man. Love all y'all out there, man. Your boy's full of motor oil. Your boy's full of good ass food. Your boy's full of love with seeing his friends and stuff. And your boy's also full of sorrow for Malcolm Jamal Warner, bro. A guy who I definitely saw growing up, him grow up. And unfortunately, man, it was a tragedy, man. And you don't know how long you got, man. That's why you got to stay sucker free, y'all. You got to stay sucker free, man. Sucker showed up, man. What did? I escorted his ass out of here, dog. Put him on timeout for a day. See if he can come back and clean his act up. Like, we don't got time for it, man. Great people are passing away. People are leaving, dog. People are getting thrown out the country. You don't know what's popping, dog. Like, we don't got time for foolishness, man. You want to walk around, man. You want to dig in your underwears, man, and pull them out the crotch of your ass. That's on you, man. We're not playing these games with you, dog. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You can go to Target and go pick you up some Diddy oil and do your thug thizzle, man. Just leave us out your bullshit. All right. Okay, man. Said we got Chiefs week 1, Raiders week 2. Yeah, man, that's what it is, man. We're gonna see what you guys do. Okay. All right. Bishop said our division is battle, no game, no easy playoffs each game. I agree. Okay, 10 days away from the Hall of Fame. Yeah, it's getting close. We're gonna see, man. That next day I'll be at Raider training camp with Whittington Thomas, bro. So we'll see, man. I may not do that. I probably will, but it all depends, man, because I got to get up hella early, man, to fly to Vegas, man. I need to be fresh and ready to go. And we're gonna be on, man. That practice starts early. I think it starts at 8:30 in the morning. If when Thomas told me the time, so it's that Saturday morning, or is it Friday? I think Friday. Yeah, Friday and Saturday. Friday morning, we gonna be on at 8:30, man. Y'all ass ain't up. We ain't worried about it. We going live, dog, with the new crispy phone and all that shit. All right, man. Love all y'all, man. I done did enough tonight. You guys have a good night, man. Enjoy yourselves, man. Thank your lucky stars, man. If you wake up in the morning, man, thank your lucky stars, man, because it's crazy, man, the people that aren't making up in the next day, bro. All right, man. All right, man. We be ready to squabble, dog. Squabble up. We're always ready, man. Okay. Matt Shackelfield.